My 13-year-old physically assaulted me. He used to do it all the time from toddler age until he started school. For taking his phone. He's supposed to take his life. No, I'm just playing. Welcome again to my Tens and Tens of Friends. It is me, Teacher TJ. And today I will be reading a Reddit post. At first, I want to start by giving my girl Bonnie a shout out. This is her shirt. The community is not okay, okay? Personally, I love the shirt. It's a crop top. I'm gonna have to cut it some more because it's not cropping enough. I typically wear a large, but this shirt, it seems like they run a little bit larger because even after I cut it, the sleeves for the large is here. When cutting it, I would have liked the sleeves to end up here, and the crop top, I'm gonna need to, yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it. So if anything, I would say probably go a size down. I am reading a Reddit post in the Regretful Parents subreddit from Hailing Dash with Dash Memes. The title is My 13-year-old physically assaulted me for taking his phone. He's supposed to take his life. No, I'm just venting and advice is welcome. So let's get into it. This happened the other night, and every professional, this is 5 days ago, I've reached out to asking for help has been so unhelpful. Aw. I regret not calling the police the night it happened. I was so scared that it would make things worse. It sounds like you're like me. Well, not like me in that sense, but like my color. Or sound like you black. Because we don't want to call the police for nothing. But yeah, you definitely should have been calling the police for assault because what I've heard men say, and while I think a boy might raise up against their mom, I don't think they would give their dad the same energy. And what I heard men say is that's because women are always just trying to love them through it, like we do these nickels. And boys who will one day hopefully become men, you can't just love them through it. They need tough love and examples. They need real life examples. They need to go to jail. They need to, and even I had read one post, and even the girl, sh- she went to jail and she was scared straight. If you're not much of a match for your 13-year-old boy who, you know, she's a woman and she has love for her child, so you might not handle that kid meaning physically like someone else would. So, and you might even not even want to, being that that's your son. So, with that in mind, experience, life lessons is the best experience. You probably really need to call the police, and he probably really needed to sit in jail because that's battery, right? And shouldn't he? Even if he had to stay for one day, and you express to him, if you ever raise up against me again, I'm not only gonna have to call the police, but I'm gonna have to call the coroner too.
It's gonna be a
Cause
lot of singing and a flower
who you
bringing.
playing with? For taking your phone, I'll take your life. Is what you were supposed to do. But see, you ain't say that, so it makes me think, are you like me? Well, not that it matters. I regret not calling the police the night it happened. I was so scared that it would make things worse. I have been in a domestic violence relationship before, and the police didn't do anything to help, and I stupidly didn't call them. I went to the station the next day and asked them if reporting it would help get my son some mental health support. They said no, they don't do that. They file a report and have a talk to scare him and then send him back home to me. I called his psychologist and he said, well, if he doesn't want to come to therapy, we can't make him. So I asked about inpatient treatment and they said the only way would be if he harmed himself or was at risk to the community. I said, well, am I at risk? What if he hits me again? And they said he only harmed me because I took his phone. So no one is really at risk, but they said if it happens again, just call the police. That should straighten him out. Quotes. But it won't. He doesn't care. He's never sorry for hurting me. So is this like a reoccurring thing? And how do you know if he doesn't care if you haven't called the police? Because of what we find out is in jail or juvie, there's always somebody tougher than you. So if he has to do some time with some real thugs, he might care about going there again. He's never sorry for hurting me. He used to do it all the time from toddler age until he started school. And for a while, he behaved because he saw the teachers and his friends didn't approve. But now he's become his angry piece of shit that doesn't care about anyone. And that's scary. He used to do it all the time from toddler age until he started school. Say what now? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Yes. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. And I'm gonna say it. And yep, I'm gonna say it. Ain't nothing cute, funny, or okay about your toddler, girl or boy, hitting you because they become him. They become this little guy right here, this 13-year-old who's beating his mama up because she took his phone that she bought that she paid the bill for. There is nothing funny about your child hitting you. There is nothing funny about your toddler cursing at you. It's not. Is she laughing now? Is it okay now? What you allow when they're younger is what you will get when they're older. I didn't play that with my kids. They were mine. I'm going to be honest and say my toddlers, when they hit me, I hit them back harder. And they never did it again. We didn't do that. Not to mention I had loving girls. I just loved on them a lot. Not saying that she did not, but I am saying abuse was, I cannot even, because I've been stupid in a relationship, but abuse is something that I've never dealt with. And it's something, and I just had a thought because I was asked, have I ever been abused? I'm like, nah, that ain't never been my thing. I ain't never been through that. So I guess they probably felt like, well, I can't do that with you.
Be careful what someone asks you because sometimes it's
That
just
makes me wonder.
intel.
Whole nother topic, whole nother tangent for a whole nother day. But there is nothing funny, cute, or okay about a toddler hitting you. You must pop them back. And then my mama was the type of person, she would, I didn't get whoopings as far as I can recall. I was like scared straight. All she had to do was like, I was a very emotional kid. So if she fussed at me, I was going to cry. So my mama didn't have to, I was just a good kid too. I know I
It's not
like,
on me, it's
that
in me.
sounds like, yeah, okay, to like toot my own horn or whatever like that. But no, I was like actually a good kid. I don't know why, I just was. The thing is, I didn't have to get whoopings because I just did what was right. My mom was the type that if she did whoop you, she would not apologize, but give you hugs, give you love, and explain to you what that whooping was for, so that you wouldn't get that whooping again. Okay, my mom had 4 kids. Now we're speaking of toddler age. When you're starting at a toddler age, I would say do not allow your toddler to hit you. Be it that you hit them back. There has to be a consequence for your child, your toddler hitting you, because if not, they become older one day. And those consequences do not necessarily have to be hitting your child, okay? You can take something away, you can put them in timeout, be it in a thinking chair to sit down in the thinking chair and think, or putting them in a corner, or letting them know no snacks, or taking them to the park. See, I'm so creative when it comes to punishment that my kids know. Even if it's taking them to the park and having them sit on the bench, having them watch other children play.
Just make sure their
Do
feet
what
are
you
in the
need to
grass.
do. First of all,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got
Touch
you
grass, little
have
guy.
to give your child so much love and things, be it going to the park or whatever play place they like to go to, and whatever snack they like to have, whatever toys they really like. It's, and I know it's not always feasible, but whatever you can afford, I say you should get within means, within reason. I give so I can take it back. Is it like a control thing? Maybe. But let's be for real. When you go to jail for doing stuff, domestic violence or battery, they're taking everything away. Okay? They're gonna take your freedom and everything that you had that was with your freedom. They're taking it away. So consider it control when I take things away. I really don't care. But at my big age and my children getting older, I'm not gonna whoop my kids. That's crazy to me. They're crying, I'm crying. No, I cannot see myself whooping my kids at this. And I don't have to because I don't play. I definitely recommend at toddler age giving your child things that you can take away. And be it not permanently, be it a hug, love your baby down. And then they come to you in a minute. No, mommy don't want to touch you right now. Mommy's feelings is so hurt. You hit me. You hit me and I just really don't like that. That made me so sad. I don't want to hug you right now. I'll hug you later. I love you though, but I just need a moment. You gotta like be so dramatic with them. I swear I'm dramatic with my kids. Even in preschool, if a kid hit me, I tell them I don't play like that. I don't like that. You wouldn't like me to hit you. Please don't hit me. Would you like to go sit? And I hope they don't see this video because the funny thing is, a go sit is like it's at a table, okay, and then they're allowed to take their toy with them. But I guess for them, they missing out on what their friends is doing. So to tell my students to go sit is it's like taking that star off of the board on SpongeBob.
Like a good noodle. I'm a good noodle. I'm a good noodle. You'll get this star back when you earn it.
Mrs. Puff, is it nap time?
When Mrs. Puff took his stars back, it's straight like that. Like, that's how they react when you tell them to go sit. But that's how they react when you take things away. Miss Puff had to take that star from SpongeBob because SpongeBob was tripping. And SpongeBob didn't really want to lose that star. I know this is serious, and kids become grown one day. Don't ever allow your toddler to hit you. I went on a tangent and I have so many more replies and more of this to read that I will not be stopping anymore. But I did want to add that. He truly believes that he had every right to do what he did because I took his phone. It was my fault. And you didn't show him when you, not blaming mom one bit. But how is he supposed to know that he's wrong when he was never taught that hitting is wrong? When my students hit each other, I ask them, look at your friend. Your friend looks sad right now. You think that's okay? And the way karma works up in here, I swear it come quick. I pray, meditate, and bless my house with like positive energy and love and all that stuff. But the way karma comes in here is hilarious. You would think that I had magic powers. I don't wish ill on none of these kids. It's honestly the way that it works. Hit a kid. One kid hit another kid, they liable to take 3 steps and trip and fall. I am not lying to you. It's crazy. I need to capture some of it. If I could find a way to share without sharing my daycare students, I will. Because you have to see it to believe how quick karma comes around here. Okay, I said I wasn't going to stop anymore, so let me continue. The last few days he's been with his dad, but I have to pick him up tomorrow because his dad is too sick to take full time care. He has chronic kidney disease and needs dialysis and needs a walker just get around his house. I'm seeing my own therapist in a week, and I plan on just laying it all out and being honest for the first about being regretful, about being afraid of my own kid. Oh my God, my heart breaks for you. I know he's going to unalive me someday. Don't speak that into existence. I'm gonna need you to take some self-defense classes. Get you one of them things. I mean, you gave him life. I say you could take it. And even if you don't, they need to believe that you will. Cause what? I can imagine. I felt this since he was young and the violence started, and that's why. That's why you're supposed to stop it then. Parents, 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 don't allow this behavior. And I totally think that being violent to a violent kid is insane. So maybe initially, if you try it, then okay, and it works, then okay. But if it doesn't work, I do not recommend that you keep being violent towards your child by hitting them when they hit you. I do not. I think that's absurd. Like you telling a child to stop screaming and you're screaming at them. You telling a child stop hitting and you're hitting them. I said to get your lick back because they need to see, ow, that hurts, or I don't like that. They need to experience emotions and have an understanding of what's going on. And for me, I ain't have to hit my kids often. They hit me. I can't remember which one it was, but for sure it was one of them. They hit me. I hit them back a little bit harder. They hit me, and that was that on that. They cried. My heart broke, and we had a discussion, and that was that on that. And I loved them, gave them hugs and kisses, and that was that. But my hand's still stinging right now. You got to get that leg back, and then you should be fine. And then you got to come strategic. They swing on you. You got to not stick and move. But maybe I could convince them to take him away somewhere. I didn't want him in foster care, which is like now I was a foster parent. Now this felt like flats.
Flats is Dad? Why, yes, I am. Okay, see, I didn't know where else to turn. Patrick couldn't help me, and Mrs. Puff only made it worse. I sit next to your son Flats in school, and he is a fine boy and all. And I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but he wants to kick my butt.
Dad, what are you doing? Nothing, son. What did I tell you about talking to strangers?
Now he's gonna kick my butt.
But no, for real, you gonna take your child, put your child in foster care? Nah, I gotta get beat up because they don't tell you what kids you get in foster care. They don't they don't know. They never know. Just that he will unalive me. Maybe I can convince them to take him away somewhere. I didn't want to put him in foster care in case it messed him up. Messed because he not, but he's pretty messed up already. She said it. If he doesn't me, he will a future partner. I was thinking that too. How unfair. He'll just become another violent man like so many others in this darn country. I'm sorry if it doesn't make sense and it's rambling, but I'm so stressed and scared and just needed to vent. I'm so heartbroken for her. Melly underscore Melly says, not a parent. Oh, dude, it does make sense, sadly. You need to report your family to CPS, your family. Tell them how much you struggle and how scared you are. He assaulted you for basic parenting. If you don't have a lock in your bedroom, put one there strong enough. Have cameras shooting each room to get evidence. Evidence is spelled with a C, ma'am. Notion Folks says, depending on the state, you can ask to open a voluntary CPS case and they will get you a caseworker, help find some resources, and sometimes help pay for mental health care. Some states' local juvenile justice branches have community resources to help parents and kids in situations like yours. That's sad. Uh, Hop FL27 says, Jesus, I'm so sorry. This is an awful thing to have happen and an awful way to live. I hope you get some respite and a break from this soon. And I don't know if they was actually mean respite, but respite care is a real thing where parents need a break from their children. And if she is able to get a CPS case opened on this child, um, maybe that is some type of break that she can get because not being able to, I am so sad for this person because to not be able to, like, I'm literally ready to cry, to not be able to sleep in your own home because of your child is crazy. I remember my nephew, I said I wasn't gonna stop, so I guess I'm gonna have to like not read many more, I guess I'm gonna not have to read many more posts. I had my nephew for a while, and after a while I learned about how many different issues he had, and I was not able to sleep in my own home due to so many of those issues. But I let him know I don't care what you thought, CPS, DCS, defects, because he was from Georgia to Indiana. the police, or anybody said they gonna do. This my house, nigga. I fuck you up. You will not have me scared in my house. Like, boy, boy. And I'm helping you. I'm taking care of you. You crazy. Now, I'm your loving rich auntie. I will be that. I will take everything you ever dreamed of, make all your dreams come true. He actually had to sit out Disney World because like I said, give it to him so you could take it away. He couldn't go to Disney World. We went to Disney World and he did not go because he thought I was playing when I said, you will not. You will not. And he was in therapy and he had medicine and all of the things, but wow. Just wow. Browning Low Power says, if the thought of establishing dominance sounds difficult to swallow, try to remember this. Your son is a hostile adversary now, and either you or your son will establish dominance over the other. In the end, make sure it's you. Best of luck and condolences from me too. What? Why say we only say condolences when um my stepdad 13. I don't know what ST is. I figured it out. But Forever Spoon says my SD13 assaulted her bio stepdaughter, her bio mom over McDonald's. She's blown up at my husband over this. She's done a therapy stints where she lies constantly, psych holds, school expulsions and suspensions, partial inpatient, cameras all over both houses. Nothing changes. Bio mom and bio dad have asked for RTC, but have been told she's not violent or problematic enough. It's tough. We all have fear for our safety and well being, but are at the mercy of a volatile 13-year-old. The system sucks and is ineffective. I'm sorry you're going through this. You're not alone. That's Much Dash Mascara says, vent all you want. I can relate to and hear the exhaustion. Ours are the exact same. Never at fault and never learn from consequences. You name it, we've tried it. Probably 30 therapists, teachers, and providers in their lifetime combined have tried. I still occasionally sleep with a knife under my pillow out of fear. I think the sad reality is nobody cares about anyone's actions if they're just kids. What you mean? They're the ones up the schools. What you mean? I do care. We care, but it's not much we can do. But I'm gonna offer some advice at the end of this that I recommend wholeheartedly. And like I said, it starts early. Um, it's all written off as they're just kids. It's all written off and otherwise excused or rationalized. Well, all these just kids grow up and turn into adults like the rest of us. The worst people to exist were also just kids. It's an ignorant statement. We spend the majority of our lives as adults. In my experience, trying to get services is a roundabout cluster. Sometimes I think it's intentional to wear you down and get you to throw your hands up in the air and give up. It's a myriad of let's contact this center, then wait until possibly, but most likely they never get back. I'll call back and continue to be ignored. Maybe a month later they'll call me back and want to do an intake session, which requires a never-ending slew of paperwork to be completed, explaining why we're seeking treatment and the severe behavioral problems. But I'll have to explain it all again because it's obvious nobody even bothered glancing at the paperwork before talking to us. They'll do the usual sing-songy cute act thinking they're going to be the thing that helps and go through useless stonewall talk therapy, which predictably goes nowhere. Suddenly, the providers will all start disappearing or replacing the last five ones who replaced each other. They'll go on mysterious leaves of absence and never to, and they're right. I went experienced all of this. They'll go on mysterious leaves of absence and never to return to be heard from again. After meeting with the 10th new therapist and having to explain the situation again, they'll terminate services because they finally caught on to the client's lies and refusal to take accountability, both of which can't possibly produce positive or useful results. Then the cycle will happen again when you get a referral and again and again. This is a true story time and time again. These systems are useless circle jerks, too. In my opinion, make everyone involved feel the illusion that they're trying to do something. I've called the therapist provider crisis lines for kid in the home before. Wouldn't a night the on-call worker had to be begged to come out? Like, on call for what? Oh, you don't want to come to a person's house? Why is that? Imagine living with them 24/7. Don't allow your kids to hit you. Then they send a vulnerable, healthy, heavily pregnant worker over to ask if everyone's fine, then leave. I think the unspoken part is that cops, social workers, providers, and basically implying the only time anyone may come to your rescue or believe you is if you wind up DOA. And that is a big maybe. I wholeheartedly feel for you. I'm so sorry, not sure what practical advice to give, but I do second setting cameras up. We have them thinking they discourage the violent behavior, and shockingly, they don't care that they're being recorded. But at least it's objective proof and can cover your rear. Been through the ringer with the garbage too. Just wanted to try to write something that doesn't leave you feeling an outcast. Always you to feel more relatable and that you walk away not feeling so crazy. Closer personality, this would be the last one. Says, God, I'm so sorry this sounds miserable, and I hope someday you can have your life back. Your life is being stolen from you. I wish there was help. I want to make sure that I'm not missing any good advice. Mediocre dash pair 2821 says, but shit, that's 5 more years. Other than calling CPS and finding new psychiatrist therapists, I would plan to kick out your violent son as soon as he turns 18 so he can go be violent towards someone else, I guess. Because he's already 13 and hitting you. Imagine the things he can do when he's older and stronger. F that noise. I wouldn't care if he had no place to go. He needs to get out if he's going to keep hurting you. Edit, lock up your bedroom while you sleep and have a weapon with you that can defend yourself with. I'm actually worried he will try to unalive you while you're defenseless during your sleep. And I second getting cameras all over your house to record his violent behavior. This might be a good one. High femininity. No, high fem in YC. NYC? I don't know. Military school. My parents thought about doing this for my brother, but didn't. They regret it. Your son is 13. Do it before he gets stronger and can drive. It will only escalate. That might be an idea, trying military school. Oh, let's see what poster personality says. A kid I grew up with was sent to, oh God. Oh, okay. Was sent to military school. He was 13 or 14. He came back more serious and definitely more respectful. You have to be careful though, because there are schools out there that are basically just abuse centers and could make the situation much worse. There's been a documentaries on these topics. Please be careful, OP. Bubbly underscore wave underscore 4049 says, can you send him away to boarding school or military school? So sorry you are going through this, and I pray for your safety. Yes, we all pray for your safety, sending you positive energy and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of love and peace and joy in all of the moments that seem like you can't believe this is your life today. And Pandora Conservation, I agree with this person. He said he doesn't need extra. He needs a room with a bed and clothes. Everything else get cleared out. I agree. Because to me, you still got to show, even if you are, you still got to show that you're not afraid. Somebody else has said, and I don't really like how that sounds, honestly, but they said to basically letting them know that you are in charge. So yeah, I agree. You gonna KILL me, you gonna KILL me. You're not gonna live a great life. In the meantime, cancel the phone, disable the Wi-Fi, and he doesn't need movies or any special food. He gets whatever is easiest for you. Skeleton parenting now, and I agree. Yep. Take it all away. Take it all away, and as much as you can, as much as you feel safe to, give him a hug every day. Pray with him. Pray over him. And I'm gonna stop with the post right here because, like I said, oh, that was actually like the last one, pretty much. Pray with them, pray over them. My nephew had a mentor, and whenever he was around that man, it seemed like he was a different kid. So I would definitely say try to find somebody positive and strong enough to be around him. Boarding school and military schools that are safe for him, I would definitely recommend that as well. As the other parenting says, skeleton parenting, I agree. Take it all away. You don't deserve anything when you're hurting the one who's giving you everything. And I would say, like I said at the start of this video, start young. You can't put parenting off because time does not wait. Time does not stand still. You can't look at him and say, "Oh, I'm gonna get him together when he gets older." But right now, while he's hitting, it's funny, it's cute, it's I can't do anything about it. Yes, you can. You can definitely control a 3, 4, or 5 year old. You might not be able to control a 13-year old. What you do with and around your child is important. I'm heavy on the meditation. My children have meditated with me many a times. I meditate with Master Co. Stephen Master Co. I believe his channel is Master Co. on the YouTube. He meditates twice a week, and I meditate. I go back and listen to old videos. I meditate. The great thing about the meditation is, yes, you're focusing on your breathing and you're focusing on relaxation and sending positive energy and love and joy to everyone. One thing that I love also too is at the beginning of every meditation, don't skip that lesson. Don't skip that lesson. He puts, oh my gosh, his messages are great. Get the meats and the potato out of, you go to Master Code channel, get the whole thing, okay? And one thing that we practice on is observing the problem, realizing that it's not you, realizing that you are not this body, you are not these thoughts, you are the soul. I say for everyone, a lot of times I was raised in a church, so those good things were instilled into me. As I got older, I raised my children in the church, and now this day and age, we meditate. They don't meditate as much. Ooh, that's what I'm gonna do for 1 month too. Um, we have meditated many a times together, and they know they're welcome to come meditate with me anytime that they like. You instill everything you got that's good, instill it into your baby. Quality time, whether it being preparing dinner together, reading stories together, giving them baths, hugs every day. Recently, what I learned is never too late to start anything or too early. What I want to do this month is something with my babies every day. Each month is something different. I think that was the month of January. Nope, that was the month of February where I put a heart on their door with a sweet message. So for the month of February, every day they got a heart on their door. For the month of March, I gave them a hug every day. What's that? I think I'm saying that right. And then what's this? April. April I slacked, but May will do a family discussions every day for the month of May. And I'm already gathering the topics that we'll be talking about, and anything that they want to discuss, we'll talk about too every day for the month of May. Like in depth discussions about different things that I want to make sure we're talking about. I talk to them a lot already, but I will make sure that in that month we cover even anything that I could have missed. Because you don't have your children forever. Maybe if I had it my way, mine would live with me forever. But I'm pretty sure they want to live on their own at some point. So while you have time with them, make the most out of it. Another month we will do meditation every day, and I just got that idea right now. We'll for one of the upcoming months we'll do meditation every day, and we have had a month where we did meditation every day. And I'm not gonna lie to you and be like, they be like, yay, let's meditate. No, the meditations, because it was, I forgot what it was with Master Code, but the meditations were so short that it was crazy, yet they will probably complained every time I made everybody come with me to meditate. But after that meditation was over, everybody talked about how wonderful they felt. So, regardless of if your child feel like they want to do it or not, do it anyway. So, those are some things that you can do with your children to make every moment count. As I think of other things, I will probably share them on my channel. But those are just some ideas of how you start young so you don't end up, hopefully, because I'm not going to tell you that you can't still end up with that kid. We don't know what's in these kids to go the way that they go. But my heart definitely goes out to you.
Another important thing that I forgot to mention is to monitor what your child reads, monitor what your child watches on television, YouTube, and so forth, monitor the games they play, and also monitor what they're watching on television. That is very important because their minds can be programmed young.
To that parent, and any parent who is going through such a thing. And like I said, it ain't over till it's over. Not saying that it's going to be over, but don't wait to make a difference. You can still do what you can do, which is some of the things that I mentioned. And I wish the best to you. And that's all I have on this one. Bye, 10. The shirt is actually pretty fitting, okay? And I'm just, trying stuff on, throwing stuff on real quick, trying to get these videos done so that I can keep them going, keep feeding the need for the algorithm to give me more views. I'm already 17 minutes in. Oh, that was crazy. That happened though.
But please don't cry, dry your eyes, never let up. Forgive, but don't forget, girl. Keep your head up. And when he tells you you ain't nothing, don't believe him. And if he can't learn to love you, you should leave him. Cause sister, you don't need him. And I ain't trying to gas you up, I just call it how I see it. You know it makes me unhappy to when brothers make babies and leave a young mother to be a pappy. And since we all came from a woman, got our game from a woman, and our name from a woman, I wonder why we take from our woman. Do we hate our women? Why we are women? I think it's for our women. Time to heal our women. Be real to our women. And if we don't have a race of babies that will hate the ladies that make the babies, and since a man can't make one, he has no right to tell the women when and where to create one. So when the real men get up, I know you fed up, ladies. But keep your head up. Don't mind that. Oh man, that was crazy.
I truly think they run a little bit bigger than um, average. But and if you know you can't stand up again, stand up to your child, or not to, but if you now, although I said when they're toddlers, if you hit them back when they hit you, or you wait, let's rewind. My mom was the type that if she did whoop you, she would. But I do love the material. I love the design. I love the print. It doesn't feel like, I don't know how to describe it, but put it like this: it don't feel like somebody is at the crib cricketing this themselves. The vinyl is, it gives not good vinyl, high quality. So I do like this shirt a lot. I wish I would have got a smaller one, but I think I'm just gonna cut off the collar, make it go, off shoulder so I can wear it like that because I will be going to the show. I will not be wearing the shirt to the show, but I will be wearing it while I'm in the A. So, to these Reddit posts. Welcome again to my tens and tens. Welcome again to my tens and tens of friends.